Perfect. Hey there friends, so big milestone for me on YouTube. I've been wanting to do this video for a couple of months. 5th YouTube anniversary. That's a big milestone. I can't believe it's been 5 years. It doesn't feel like it, and honestly doesn't. It still feels like yesterday. And I've been wanting to do this video since my 5th YouTube, which I have to look in the book. I have it written down. I can never remember it. It's somewhere between or like somewhere around June 9th to 10th, that time frame. I do have it written down, so if I can get to that book, and look, it's a good thing I wrote it down. Yeah. No, I don't go by the date that the channel was started, because a hubby started the channel, and I go by the date where I started to take over and made it kind of my channel. Well, first it was like a family channel, and then it became my channel eventually. So I go by the date where I like upload it frequently. That's the date I go by. But we will talk about everything, because I thought it'd be fun to do a, I got stuff written down too, so I don't forget. Just fun to do YouTube, then versus now. The changes, what I do different, that kind of thing, and have a treat, which you saw me pick out at Sobeys. And oh my goodness, Sobeys, Sobeys has yummy stuff. Oh yeah, now I noticed they had this during one of my Sobeys trips. I forget why I went in there, maybe for sushi, and they don't look like they've been restocked, okay? And they have other yummy different drinks, as you saw, and they don't look like they've been restocked. Now, I am a hot coffee girl. I do love my hot coffee, but once in a while I do love an iced coffee, and if it's Reeses, then yes, sign me up. So International Delight, plus I've seen this online. I have seen this online, and this only cost, I think it was like around $4, like $4.99 maybe, and the ones online are a little bit more. So yeah. And it says on the other side, one word, Reeses. When's the best time to drink a Reeses flavored coffee? Whenever you want it. I agree. Whenever you want it. Yeah. Alright, so and then I picked out a cake, and if you know Sobeys goodie, cakes and pies, their bakery, they have good stuff, and it is hard to pick. And their pies, and I love how they have serving size pies and cakes. And I was really tempted to get a pie, but I got a cake. And then it's like you have to decide. Once you decide cake or pie, you gotta decide on the flavor. So I picked, I think there was like 4 or 5 different flavors. I picked the mini lemon one at $4.79. That was really good for look at that size. Some of the icing did get on the top, but. And then I grabbed this. Okay, I put this in my purse. I grabbed this when I had to get candle numbers for the boys' birthdays, and I picked this up. Actually, I think I picked this up at No Frills for $1, and put it into the kitchen drawer. I grabbed this. Did I remember to grab a plastic fork? Absolutely not. So I had to go to Dollar Tree. I'm not going to light it. I'm at Old Navy. Not Old Navy. I'm not at Old Navy. I'm at the Navy Yard. Oh my gosh, Navy Yard. I haven't been to Old Navy in a long time. I don't know why I said that. Probably because, Navy is in the title. So, I think I need to take a sip of this. Yeah, so I'm at the Navy Yard, and I was going to go in a different location, just over there at a set of tables, but they are covered in water. It must have rained, and they're still wet. This was a little bit wet, but not as wet. If I sat over there, I would for sure got a wet butt, and I don't want a wet butt. So, but you get a nice big leafy tree, and the condos behind me. Yeah, so I grabbed this, but of course I forgot to grab forks. I had to go to Dollar Tree and grab forks. No. I maybe use them anyways, you know, if you don't want to do dishes, so they're great for the kids' lunches, you know, if they have something that needs a fork or spoon and stuff. While I was there, I grabbed, for $2, Weber roasted garlic and herb seasoning. So, and I know this has to be, this is for sure a lot more, especially at No Frills and other grocery stores. Yeah, so for $2, that was perfect. That's a good price. It's a good size. So I want to see what it tastes like, and I'll probably get some more. I'm sure it'll be really good. I know Weber's a good spice. Yeah. Okay, and there's a truck over there. He's being loud. And you have the fountain in the background. And I also grabbed snowballs. Oh my gosh. I was so excited to see these because I remember my mom bringing these home growing up and loving them, and they were like 3 something. And because these are there when I noticed this, but I wanted to grab this later for the video, you know, do everything together. I went back and I grabbed it, and this too doesn't look like it's been like replenished, restocked. So I don't know if they are, you know, once they're gone, that's it, they're not getting any more in kind of thing. So I'm super excited for this. The closest thing I've had, but it wasn't really good, it was something at Dollarama. And this, nothing beats Hostess Snowball. Like, I'm excited to try that. Yes, and I'm excited to try this. So before we get to talking about YouTube, let's just do a little tasty test. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. And we'll pretend to blow a candle out. Yeah. We'll use our imaginations. I'm gonna put this back in my purse. There's a garbage over there. Look at that. How cute. Here's to many, many more years on YouTube. Okay, first, before we take a bite of the yummy cake, I didn't know it's going to be yummy because Sobeys knows what they're doing. I really do. Let's take a sip. It smells like a Reeses. Oh my gosh. Cheers. Oh my gosh. That is so good. I wish they weren't like $5 because I would buy more, just 1 or 2. Oh. That is good. It might make you want to get a Reeses though. Oh, it's really good. Oh my gosh, that was just the lemon on top. Oh, it's good. I'm gonna have to get a pie because that strawberry one looked absolutely divine. Yeah. Bon appetit. Shut the front door. Oh, that's such a good slice of cake. That is good. The cream is good. It's not that sugary cream. I don't like that sugary cream / icing. But this cream, I love. Okay, we're gonna try this towards the end. Right, so YouTube. It's very hard to go back and watch my videos from when I first started. It's just cringe. Yeah, because I've changed so much. You know, it's just, yeah. I mean, it's hard enough to watch myself when I edit these videos. Watching it like just like on my phone or whatever, like And it's like, yeah, no, I can't. It's like once I edit them, that's it. I don't watch them again. It's just too hard to rewatch them. But back when I first started, okay, and the channel name, I forget what it was named. I think the hubby named it, and then I changed it. But I forget what the first original name was, but then I changed it to Erenati's Adventures. Some of you might know that. That might be new to some of you. And that was when like I vlogged every single stinking day. Every day for like just up to recently. I think I stopped doing that about a year ago, so 4 years. Now there were times where I did take a break because you have to, because otherwise you get burnout and you need to take care of yourself. And there were times where I needed a break. You know, we had something happen once. It was a family emergency. Everybody was fine, and I needed to take a few days off. And you know, yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Like inhale this cake. So when I took over, oh my gosh, that's so good. I changed it to Erenati's Adventures, and I vlogged, like I said, every day. My kids were in the videos, but back then, this is what I mean, the difference between then and now. Back then, I didn't know the dangers, you know, of putting your kids online. Not everybody on the internet is a nice person, okay? And this is a World Wide Web, and you know, and they weren't on my videos every day, but they were on there a lot. And not like some channels that my kids watch today, and their kids are in each and every single video, and it's like kids are not content. Look at Ryan's toy review. Sad situation. There was a video the boys were watching, and there was somebody talking about, you know, Ryan's toy review, where it is now versus when he started. And he said that, you know, he needs to, because he's like 13 years old and he's still doing videos like he's 7 years old. And we're watching one, and it was like so bad. It was like, no. And his parents, it's like, and I think he nailed it on the nail, because he said his parents are trying to milk him for as much as they can, because, you know, when he just started and when he was a toddler, he was bringing in millions and millions of dollars each month, and, you know, doing all these kinds of videos. But guess what? Kids grow up. They eventually grow up, even though you don't want them to. And he was doing, there's this video, and it was like, oh my gosh, this is really sad, because you're 13 years old. You shouldn't be doing this kind of content. You should be discovering your own content, getting your own channel. And it's just like, and this was one of the channels I just disliked. I didn't like Ryan's toy review. No, I didn't. And there's other channels, you know, where it's like, my kids watch Preston and Bree, husband and wife, and his sister is pregnant, and I think she probably already had a baby. I think she was due this past August. And my first thought was, because she has her own channel too, my first thought was, oh, they're going to put that kid online, you know, and that's just wrong, because kids don't know what they're getting themselves into. They don't know they're being uploaded every day, you know. It's just not right. So like about, I think going on a year ago, I decided not to show them anymore. And then once you start watching TikTok, and I follow Mom Uncharted, and she you know, talks about it. She brings awareness to it, and there's just a lot that like I didn't know, but knowledge is power, you know. Keep them off. And plus it was like, you know, Henry didn't want to be filmed, and he doesn't always like taking his picture. I didn't even take the first day of school picture. I didn't, and I was fine with it, you know. Like, I'm like, who is this person? Because past me would not have been fine with that. I would want a picture, but he doesn't like having his picture taken all the time. Sometimes yes, but you know, and it didn't even cross my mind, oh yeah, to, you know, take their picture. But they just went outdoor and went to school, And then I didn't realize it until afterwards, and it's like, oh well, I think everybody is posting, and I'm probably the only one who didn't post, you know, but it's fine. The world still turns, you know, life goes on, you know. I didn't even take the last day of school of last year picture, and we're absolutely, yeah, fine. You don't have to do what everybody else does, you know. Yeah. But yeah, it was like, you know, because we were just like so, like, I think, you know, getting out the door kind of mode, and wasn't in, oh yeah, stop and take a picture mode. So yeah, like, you know, he didn't like, you know, getting his picture taken or getting filmed. And now you might now, like, you might see the backs of them, like, but I won't show their face. And you might hear them in the background, but that's it. Yeah, because not everybody is nice, and usually it's grown adults, you know. You should know better, you know. Like, you can pick on me all you want, I don't give a flip, but pick on my kids, you have something coming to you, you know. One, you have like, look, one, 2, 3, 4, 5 things coming to you, right? Yeah. So when I first started, okay, there's so much has changed, you know. It's just crazy, because when you look back, and you know, like back then, I found other Canadian creators channels, people who found me first and would comment, and then I would go, you know, look on another channel and be like, oh okay, and start watching them, and I would support, you know, I'm very supportive, like, comment and all that, and so I would find people through my comments who would comment on my videos, and also videos, you know, on the homepage, right, that YouTube recommends. I would find people that way too, and yeah, from a lot of fellow Canadians, and I connected with people, made friends. The YouTube community is amazing. It's the best community. I don't really have a community over on TikTok or Instagram, but YouTube I do, and I think I will always have a good community on YouTube. Yeah. And then, like, my, you know, like, slowly my channel grew. Yeah. I love that there were a lot of people, like, looking back, because, like, I realized a lot of people that I follow that did YouTube, and, you know, like, you get busy, quite life is busy, and you realize, oh wait, this person hasn't uploaded in, like, quite a while, and you go look, and they haven't uploaded in, like, close to, like, a year, you know. So, like, some people, back when I started their page also, their YouTube channel also, and just, I don't know, for some reason it just stopped. I don't know, but, you know, you could kind of miss them, but, you know, you may never know why, but that's okay. And then there was one, because I was like, wait, you know, I haven't seen this one person's video, like, you know, and they don't have to, you know, they don't owe anybody an explanation, right? Like, you can just sign off and that's it. And I couldn't find her channel, she deleted it. I forget what it's called now, but yeah, but, you know, that happens. So that's why, I mean, like, a lot has changed between YouTube then and YouTube now, right? And I met a lot of other friends along the way, you know, and you just keep meeting people and keep connecting with people. What else? Oh, this cake is so good. Yeah, so yeah, well, you know, it's like somebody hasn't posted for a while, and then the channel's not there. Yeah. But I remember, okay, here's another thing. Back then, to have a community board, you had to have 1,000 subscribers. Now I don't think you have to have any. I don't know. Like, yeah. And it was around the time I got 1,000 subscribers, that rule changed. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I worked so hard to get a community board, and it's like, now you can just get it like that. I know. Because if I didn't upload, and like I had this one person who was upset that I didn't upload. I don't think that they're subscribed to me anymore because they don't comment anymore. Back then I would notice some comment on other pages that they followed that I also follow, and they comment on theirs, but they didn't comment on mine for like a year at least. And it's like, okay, I don't know if it's something I said or did, you know, but it's like, hey, what, you know, or it's just, you know, how some people aren't just your cup of tea or a cup of coffee anymore. Maybe they were once, but not anymore, you know. And but it's just one person got upset because like I didn't post, you know, and she wrote and like she wrote a comment, and I was like, well, yeah, I don't have a community board. And she's like, well, you could like comment on your last video and pin it. And it's like, well, okay, I guess so, but at the time I didn't think of that because I had something going on, and it just was the furthest from my mind. And really, you know, I don't owe anyone an explanation, you know. And you guys, like, you know, if now I do, like when I had the tooth problem and I wasn't uploading, I didn't upload for like I think 5 days, and some of you knew something was up, but like, you know, like you're gonna hear from me again, and like once I got the energy to like let you know, you know. And then so because like I will let you know, but you know, in reality I don't have to, but I do. But back then it was like I had something that was like going on that, you know, it was the farthest from my mind, and I wasn't really checking up on YouTube, you know. It's just because life, you know, I'm a real person. I have like a life going on, you know, and it's just, yeah, they were upset. But this was long before I noticed that they stopped commenting, so I must have said I done something. I don't know. But that's fine. But no. In the beginning, I would like comment and like watch everybody who I was subscribed to, and like every video, very supportive. But then I realized that it gets to a time where you might not always do that on every single one of somebody's video, you know, because life does get busy and you run out of time. There's only so many hours in the day. You run out of time. I do my best. I know that I have missed videos when my tooth was acting up, you know, but you do your best to get caught up. And if you don't get caught up, you know, that's okay. Like I said, the world still spins, right? You just do the best you can to watch and support everybody. But back then I would like, you know, be 100%. But then as you grow, you realize that that's kind of impossible to give 100% to something, and that you just do the best that you can. Yeah. Now, it took me about, how long? 2 years, I think, to get 1,000 subs, and that was through many shout outs. I finally got it when Miranda, if you remember Miranda from Plus Size of Canada, Miranda, if you're watching, I miss you. She doesn't do YouTube anymore because, you know, yeah, well, I know she used to get a lot of hate and people suck. And plus she had other stuff, you know, going on, so understandable. But yeah, she gave me a shout out and I hit 1,000, and it was October, and my aunt from California was visiting, so I'll always remember that day. That was the first time my boys met my aunt in California, from California. So that's how I got to 1,000. Now, this is also, by the way, speaking of subscribers, I have over 3,000. I think it's like 3,000, just over 3,400. So this is also a subscriber, you know, milestone celebration too, because I hit 3,000, I think around the same time, or maybe a little bit before my 5th YouTube anniversary. Maybe it was in the spring, when spring first started. Bees, no, this is mine. I am not sharing. You can buzz off. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, so that's reminded me. Good thing I take notes. That reminded me of that. Yes, so that's big, 3,000. And I never thought I would get here, but a lot of people find me through my shorts, and I hope they stick around for my videos. and you know, like other videos. But yeah, that's just, yeah, crazy. I get more growth over on YouTube. TikTok is pretty steady. Instagram is the worst. Instagram is hard, but I keep posting. Really, the numbers, you know, yeah, I wish, you know, Instagram the numbers were a little bit higher, but what can you do? You live in the shoe. Yeah, you know, and I post what I want, you know. I'll post something I see in a thrift store, or like I'll post lowest, I'll post a coffee cup, you know, like, and maybe that's it, because I like, you know, I know like people say, oh, you have to have a niche, you have to have a niche, and it's like, okay, that's great. Like when you start your channel and when you research like how to get subscribers and that's like the #1 thing, you have to have a niche. And it's like, but I like a lot of things, you know, I like making a lot of videos, and it gets so hard for me to pick one particular thing for a channel. So I'm like a Stephanie of all trades, you know. Like in the beginning I would do coffee chats every single day. I did coffee chat every day, and then I would do grocery shopping, and I used to do coffee chat and go no frills, but then my videos were too long. So that's just what I mean. You kind of figure out, you know, and you change things. You figure out what works for you, and then you change things, you know, around. That at the time it just makes more sense to change them, right? And it was just like, you know, okay, so like I can't do coffee chat and then go grocery shopping and then do the videos too long. So Fridays I would start the video, excuse me, at no frills, and leave the coffee chats out, and I would do coffee chats. And then if I had like a thrifting video, you know, but I wouldn't do a coffee chat. But then I just felt like I was in a rut, you know, because when you do YouTube for so many years, and I was doing it every day until like recently, and you feel like you're in a rut, you know. It was becoming too much like repetitive, and I wasn't enjoying having a coffee chats every single day. So I had to switch it up. I had to, like, you know, and then there was like, you know, that's why they say have a niche, but it's like, okay, well, I like having coffee chats, I like baking and sometimes cooking and doing the little free library visits, and, you know, going to the stores and showing you guys like what's new at Dollarama, or if I see something at Walmart, you know, I like doing those videos too, and whatever video I can think of, you know, like, you know. So that's what I mean. It's like have a niche doesn't really apply to everybody when like you have lots of hobbies and interests, you know. Like I like making lots of videos, not just like one particular, two particular kind of videos. I like doing a variety. So it's like, I know, it's like, well, I don't have a niche, you know. I like other people have started second channels on like, you know, say one particular, you know, niche, and when I was recommended, somebody suggested I start a second channel just on movies, because I talk about movies. I don't think I talked about them a whole lot. But once in a while I'll talk about movies, and then, you know, I do have knowledge about movies. But now there may be a second channel coming, because the hubby did mention to me he wants to start a channel with me, so maybe I might have something in the works, so stay tuned. We have to wait till the reno is done, but yeah, stay tuned. And I was like, oh sure, you know, he asked me, I'm like, oh, you know, sure. And I think we will, because I already have a channel name picked out. So if I already have a channel name picked out, so of course yes. Because at first it was like, yeah, you know, and that was stressing, but then it's like, well, how would I do? Because if I started a second channel, I would want to make it interesting. I don't want it, because if it was a movie channel, I don't want me sitting down talking about movies, you know. I have to do other stuff too, and so I didn't really know what else I can do. I thought of a couple of things, but, you know, I just, you know, I wasn't really feeling that. And then when the hubby suggested start a channel with him, and the theme, the topic you know, it was like, oh, we can have fun with that. You know, we can switch it up, and there's a lot we can do with it, so stay tuned. Yes. Yeah, that's why I like it. I say I have a niche, but it's like I might, you know, and I still enjoy coffee chats. I do, just not every day. Yeah. I know I have to do one shortly, but there's just been so much going on with back to school and everything. So, yeah, and also, like, you figure out, you know, because back then I would do a lot of daily vlogs, and I would just do whatever I was doing in the morning, like, you know, not in the morning, but in the day. Like, if I was doing laundry, folding, or cleaning the mudroom, I would do that. But yeah, I didn't really, I don't know, I think I got tired of, like, you know, because it takes a lot out of you filming every day. So, and like sometimes when I film, like today I'm doing 2 videos in one, you know. I've done 3 videos in a day. It just depends what I have. It's not like every week I have, like, you know, a busy filming schedule, but, you know, if I have videos planned, and sometimes that's how it works out. It's not every day, once in a blue moon. Yeah. Alright, and then, like, you figure out, you know, because I switched things up and I started filming different videos. You figure out which videos you like to film and which videos you don't like to film. For me, in the beginning, because I was experimenting, I filmed probably like around 4 mukbangs. And then I realized, you know what? I don't like filming mukbangs, and I don't like watching them. No offense if you do mukbangs. It's just not my cup of coffee. No, because I think for me when I would do a mukbang, I hate it when, like, I was eating and then, like, there was nobody talking, a silence. I didn't like that part. And then watching one, I don't like it when it's like somebody's telling a story and then they're at the interesting part and then they take a bite of their food and you have to wait, you know. Or if they chew loud, I also don't like that. That's like one of the most annoying sounds, is somebody who chews their food really, really, really loud. I think that goes back to, I remember having an eye doctor, and not really professional, he would chew gum, and I mean annoying. You go, you know, like that, annoying. Well, he was, because, like, you're an eye doctor, you have to get right up here, right? And you would hear that and you're like, stop. Oh, so I don't like hearing, you know, people chew their food loud. Nobody does. And there was an ASMR video on TikTok, and that was all that it was about, was somebody, like, crunching on their food. And I was like, nope, look, no one asked for that kind of ASMR video. Like, no. No, like, stop. So, like, I don't like doing mukbangs. I don't like filming them. I don't like watching them. And there are a couple other ones that I just don't like, you know. Yeah. I don't know, like, I first, you know, and I think it was, like, when I did them, it was, like, I didn't like the silence, you know, like, yeah. But no offense, if you do them, that's fine, that's your thing. But we all have our different, you know, opinions and things that we like and we don't like, and that's just mine. And I talked about why I don't like mukbangs and why I don't watch them, you know. Alright, let's talk about hate/mean comments. Now, I don't get a lot. I get a lot. If I do, I will get them on my shorts, and it's always usually about my body. And which is so funny, not really, but, you know, it's just, they don't see where my heaviest area is, which is my muffin top, which I've had since I was, like, you know, a kid. Like, I've always had a muffin top, and it just got bigger, you know. We all have, like, that one problem area where no matter what you do, you know, it's just hard to lose weight in that area. And, you know, I'm not even showing that part, you know, it's like my upper, you know, like this area, like what you see right now, like that's it. And but with the comments I will get once in a while, and it's like, oh my gosh, you know. So yeah, I just delete and block. I actually just block. When you block them, you delete them. And yeah, but it's always on my shorts, always on my shorts. And then you get people, I had somebody, it was my short where I had found Oreos on sale, and I bought 5 packages, okay, and they were family size ones, and I bought them, and I did a short, and somebody on that video, well, they got blocked right away, because people just like assume from a like minute or less video that, oh, you're going to eat all of those, you know. And then I'll get people who, I had somebody tell me how many calories a day I should be eating and what kind of exercises I should be doing, and if I follow that, I would feel so much better. Let me flip you the bird. Like, who does that? You know, like, it's block, you know. But it's like, seriously, who does that? Who puts that? And this is like a first time. They haven't commented before, you know, so they don't watch my everyday videos. They just, you know, saw a short and they make assumptions, you know. Oh, you bought all those Oreos, you're gonna eat them. And it's like, no, the family ate them and they didn't make it past the weekend. They didn't survive Monday. I tried to freeze them, but I live with vultures, okay? Food just doesn't last, okay? Like, it doesn't. And so it's here today, gone pretty much today. I know. That's how fast that food disappears, you know. So it's like, we enjoy them, but we all eat them, okay? And they're small anyways, so when you have an Oreo, you don't have 1 or 2, you have 3 or 4, you know, because they're small. Like, but people just, you know, I don't know, just, they have their nerve, you know, to comment on a stranger's video like that. Like, it's just crazy. And then, like, sometimes you get confusing ones. And I just block them. I had one on my peanut butter fluff cookie video. Okay, so this was on a short. This was my video. Okay, and it was confusing. Here's what it said. Too much apology for a recipe that takes up time. Too much apology? I just wrote back. Usually I will block. If he would have come back and like commented back, I would have blocked him. But because it was like a confusing one, I just did the emoji, like, and the, you know, those 2 emojis. But what I wanted to put, and if I did put this, he probably would have replied back. I wanted to put, well, I am Canadian. We do say sorry, even when it's not our fault. But it's confusing because I didn't apologize in that video. I really don't apologize. You know, like, not in my videos, no. Like, I was just like, it was so confusing. So yeah, I deleted that. No, so I didn't delete it, but I ignored it. But if he would have come back, you know, and said something else, I would have blocked him. Yeah. I don't really get that on Instagram. No, TikTok. I had one I had to block because he was asking for money. What's going on, you know. And he commented like, I think 4 times, you know, and it was like, I had to block him, you know. And it was like, oh, sorry, it's kind of like along the line, sorry for bugging you or something like that, you know, how my family needs help, you know. And the GoFundMe link is in my profile, and it's like, no, like, if I don't communicate back or like heart, no, just like, stop, you know. And he did it, actually he did it twice this morning, back to back, and I blocked him. It's like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. If I had the money, yeah, I would give it, but I don't think I would trust something like that, you know, especially with like scammers and that. And no, yeah. But yeah, so yeah, well, the hate comments, you know, you move along, because like, really, their words mean nothing. They crumble like a cookie. You don't know them, they don't know you, you know. You just block and forget. That's it. So like, they don't affect me. I think in the beginning it was because you're not used to it, they did. But then after a while, you just like, oh, screw it, you know, I'm not going to let it bother me or ruin my day, you know, because that's what they're trying to do. Yeah, and it's like, You know, you can make fun of me all you want. I really don't care. You know, that says more about you than me, and that's a you problem, not a me problem. So, you know, yeah, a lot has changed. And I remember, like, you know, when YouTube was changing, you know, kids videos, and they and I remember people were like panicking, you know, and I just saw somebody. A long story. When YouTube was cracking down on like kid videos, and people were panicking, and you know, because like there wasn't like really a whole bunch of information on that, like what do you mean, you know, and they were cracking down on like comments, you know, and on kid channels. Yeah, and people like were afraid that their channel would, like, you know, disappear, or like, you know, it would be deleted, or so. I just remember a lot of people freaking out, and I just, like, you know, I just rolled with it, I guess, because there's not much you can do. It's not in your control, so whatever happens happens, and nothing really happened. And I'm not really a kids channel. They are cracking down on the kids channels, and you know, good for them. I wish they would crack down on the videos that exploit children and are in, you know, everyday videos, you know. Yeah. Oh, especially one I've noticed that the kids watch, and always has my daughter in the title, and it's like, yeah. I wish they would crack down on those videos, but maybe one day they will. Maybe one day, because it is child exploitation. Yeah. But I just remember that, and like there wasn't like a lot of information, you know, like what does that mean, you know, like, you know, yeah. Yeah, but yeah. And I think it was like, and I think they were doing it in the new year, so it was at the end of the year that all this was coming out, and people are talking about it, but nobody knew what it meant. And then I think in the January of the following year, that's when it was happening. But it was just, you know, on kids channels. I think the changes was you couldn't comment on certain kid channels, and you couldn't save the video. So that's good, and you know, it's good. It's a start, you know, but I think more needs to be done to keep kids safe, because like I said, not everybody is a nice person on the internet. So yeah, but yeah, that's YouTube. 5 years. Wow, where has time gone? I don't know. Yeah, and I'm going to keep on going. Yeah, no, I just saw somebody that I wasn't expecting to see. I don't talk to them anymore. I was friends with them, and that's a long story. Yeah. Anyway, so I think that's it. This is like a long enough video. Oh, we gotta try this. I still have my cake, like half of it left. Oh, this brings back memories. Like, I can remember my mom coming home with these. Yeah, because it matches my shirt. Cheers. That's my childhood. Tastes just like it. Okay. I approve. Yeah. And I also like film videos, even though I know that I probably won't do well. You know, like with my videos, my hauls always do really, really good. But not every video can be a haul video, because I would go broke. you know, I have these adult responsibilities. And so those ones do really good. But I still do videos, you know, if I feel like doing a video. Oh, I think it's a good idea that, like, you know, there may be some people who will enjoy it, like when I did Scientology book, you know, from King Queen's Leah Remini. And so did you guys just, yeah, this table is not holding my, it's kind of holding the tripod, but not very well. And like, even though I knew the views on that would be low, but I still did it, you know, because it was really good book. And unfortunately, speaking of Leah Remini, she is getting a divorce. So that's sad, but I mean, so is J-Lo, but I really don't care. I kind of knew that would happen. J-Lo would bed. I'm sorry, he had it made with Gardner, but yeah. She's trying to be the next Elizabeth Taylor. I know, it's crazy. But yeah, unfortunately, yeah, she's getting divorced, so that's always sad because they were like really in love, you know. And but yeah, I did that video. I did a video like 3 or 4 of them, and I posted them one every week. I didn't post them back to back, but I figured posting them, the best option would be to post them a week apart. And even though, like, okay, I know they're not going to do well in views, but I'm still going to do them, you know, because yeah, you know which videos of yours do really good and which ones are do, you know, decent, you know. And but like, yeah, I still film what I want, you know. Sobeys, stop it with the yummy cake. You know the pie is gonna be really good. Yeah. So I think that's it. I think I remembered everything. Oh no, there was one thing I forgot. Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm back. I had to take a call from the hubby. never fails. Anyways, so around the time I hit 1,000 subscribers, okay, or right before I hit 1,000 subscribers, I remember I got a comment, first time commenter. And I forget like what exactly she said, but it was something like, oh hey, you know, I just subscribed and I have a friend, I'm going to tell her to subscribe. And it's like, great. And I had a feeling, because when I went and checked out the videos and her friend was trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, she was really close, and I had a feeling, gut feeling, you know, that this is what would happen. So she subscribed, and her friend came over and commented, and she subscribed. Okay, so it's like, okay, I'll go over and subscribe. See, I'm supportive. I will be, but if you do this, you just subscribe so you get a subscriber count, I'm going to unsubscribe, because that's not how it works. And I knew that's what I knew, you know, my gut, you know. But it's like, okay, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, right? So I would watch a few of the videos, and I would comment, right? I would comment, but did they ever come back to my channel and leave another comment? No, heck no, because I knew they were trying to get her to 1,000 subs, so I was just another sub, you know. But you don't want somebody who is not going to, you know, watch your video, like your video, comment, you know. You want somebody who is active on your channel, because it makes your video do really well. It really helps your video out. And, you know, to quote Rachel from Big Brother, Floto's Grab a Life Fest, you know, because that's essentially what you are. If you do sub to sub, which I don't agree with, you know, if I sub to you, you sub, if I sub to you, you sub to me, you know. And no, like, you want somebody who likes your channel, likes watching you. You know, you don't want somebody who's just gonna float on a floaty, you know, like. And I knew that, and yeah, I knew it, but, you know, benefit of the doubt. And then when they didn't comment, I gave them time, a good, you know, probably like a month. And when they didn't comment again, I unsubscribed. Like, see ya. Sorry, homie, don't play that. yeah. So that was, yeah. Because you want people to subscribe and like actually comment and like, you know, not just to subscribe so you can subscribe and they get to 1,000. Like, yeah. So yeah. But now, you know, I wouldn't do that. Now because, you know, you learn a lot. You learn a lot. Knowledge is power. Yeah. So okay, I think that is it. That's all the notes I wrote. And yeah, here's to many more years and having fun and coming up with fun videos. You know, and yeah. I still can't believe it's been 5 years, but yeah, crazy. Time flies too fast. Anybody need a fork? I put it back there first. Oh my gosh, I know. I had to go to Dollar Tree. It's just like, oh my gosh, I couldn't grab the fork. I remember the candle, but not the fork. No. Anyways, I'm gonna finish the cake before I head back home. I'm going to enjoy the beautiful weather, the fountain in the background. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all my wonderful subscribers for everything that you do, for liking and watching and commenting, and yeah, just being a great YouTube community. I appreciate every single one of you. And I will see you guys next fun video. Take care, be blessed, and as always, ta-ta for now. Bye.